What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Gundam Universe G-3 Gundam. So if this looks familiar, that's because it is the same mold as the RX-78 Gundam. And yes, it is the prototype of that Gundam. Now, this is a Target exclusive. It's only a Target. And I had to get it because I really love RX-78. And I thought the colors were kind of cool. Now, this is meant to be, a prototype of that figure or that character. But it has some paint on it, actually. It's got this kind of teal color here and here. It's got the blue color right there, yellow there. A little bit of gray here on the feet. And then the face paint, you got gold for the eyes and then a little bit of that same purplish color there. It says G3 right there on the chest. And a little bit of painted detail on the shoulder. Here's the back, a little bit more of that painted detail. All in all, it's a very good looking G3, version of G3. Now it does have all the same, basically exactly the same stuff that we got with RX-78, but we'll go over him. Let's start off with the articulation. Head goes up to there, down to there, side to side, and rotates all the way around. This is one of the better sculpts they've done because it gets all the articulation you need. It does say these are fragile, so you want to be careful. They're pretty thin horns there. For the shoulders, the shoulder pad can move independently. Arm can go up to there. Rotate all the way around. It's on a ball joint. There is some nice articulation in there. Rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow. I don't know. This almost feels like it's misassembled because I feel like if they had just flipped it around, it's not misassembled, but I'm just saying the way they sculpted it, you could have easily gotten a double jointed elbow, but the way they did it, you can't. So single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees. Actually, it is double jointed. It's just cut off. The wrists are on ball joint, so you get in and out movement, up and down, rotation. You have a rotation at the waist. You have an ab crunch here. So it gets back to there, down to there. Again, this one has some pretty good movement compared to some of the other Gundam Universe ones. Hip skirts move out of the way, and they're done the same way. So you can wiggle them up on this peg, and you get them up a little bit higher. Legs go up to there. They're on a drop-down joint hinge, by the way, so you can push them back up. If you drop them down, you can get it up to there. Back to there. Back hip skirt doesn't move. This is just a single rubber piece back here. Out to the side. Rotation at the thigh on a joint here at the top. Not a universal. Double jointed knee, but again, only 90 degrees due to the sculpt. Easily could have made it more. You have ankles on a ball joint, so side to side, up there, down to there, and then the ankle shield or cover also can move out of the way. Nice movement on those ankles. As far as accessories, we do get basically the same stuff that we got before. You get the shield here. It also has that same blue or purplish color with the yellow painted for the cross. Here's the back. This will mount onto here. And you can actually store this if you want on the backpack. So that will peg right there. There's a little slot. So you can do that. You can also take this if you flip this around and use the peg in the side of the arm. And you want to replace these hands. Now we have to do the traditional ceremony of replacing the useless fist hands with the gripping hands, as I always do. And then those go into a baggie filled with those gripping hands. But you need this one because it can hold this handle here. So you get the handle into the arm and then plug this into the side of the arm. And now he can hold that shield and he can actually look through the hole there. And of course that looks nice. I like the way that works. You also get blaster here, just done in the same black and a little bit of gold paint there. Nothing to write home about. This can rotate to the side and that will fit in his hand. This is a trigger finger hand, so you can get this actually over the trigger, and he can be blasting some bad guys. That looks pretty good. You also get his beam sabers here, and these are the hilts. So if you want, you can store these right back here, just like the original. There's a little spot. Wouldn't really make sense if they didn't let you do this, because this is kind of iconic for this character. By the way, these boosters don't move, but some of the newer ones they do, so I'm not sure why they designed it this way. Anyway, if you take out this handle, you can take one of the beams, attach it to there, and that will go into his hand. And now he's got a nice looking beam saber, and of course you get two of those, so if you wanted him to have two beam sabers you could. And the last accessory here is the stand adapter for the Tamashii Stage X stands that just pegs right here, and then you can plug this into the stand. It doesn't come with the stand, so I'm not going to bother with it, but for flying figures it definitely makes a lot more sense. But this guy doesn't really need it, but there you go. And for a quick comparison, there it is next to the original RX-78 from the Gundam Universe line, and you can see it's basically identical, not really any changes to the mold. But the only thing I can notice is they've added the G-3 there, the tempo, and then they have a little bit of paint there on the shoulder. But other than that, it is identical in pretty much every way other than the colors. So final recommendations on the G-3 Gundam. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I think it's a pretty cool figure. It's basically exactly the same as the RX-78, with the exception of the colors. My only kind of complaint is it would have been nice if they had thrown something in, like a new accessory or something, just to make it special for the fact that it's an exclusive. Maybe put the bazooka in there, or, one of the missing accessories. That would have been nice. But all in all, pretty good for the price, and I do think it's kind of cool to get exclusive colors for this particular model. And it is, based on RX-78 after all, or vice versa. I guess RX-78 is based on this prototype. So, it is one of my favorites. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.